Hey guys, I'm back for another video and welcome to my game. And I don't remember what the update is. I think it's update number 7, I think. And it's been 2 months since I did an update. I know, double the time spent working on a game, and already you can see one of the biggest changes. The frame rate is now locked at the maximum of apparently 62.5, but I'm gonna guess it's actually 60. So, the reason why the frame rate is like this is because I finally made the step to making my game run entirely off of XNA instead of Windows Forms. And trust me, it was not easy to do that. So I'm gonna label this the XNA update. And I might as well start playing some music. There we go. And there's a new door sound, by the way. So, there's awesome performance. The game is literally flawless. It's 60 FPS constantly, and the game loop is now separate from the display loop. And what that means is that if my computer for some reason couldn't run the game very well and it ran at 30 FPS, the timing of the game would remain the same. So time would not slow down in game if I do that. So yeah. And the loading times are pretty awesome as well. It's pretty much instant, but I'm in the compiler right now. Like, if I were to execute this program, actually make it into a file that I can give to people, then it is an instant load time. There's no time at all. It's literally bing, and then you're there. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And this music is still playing. Oh, actually, that tells me about a bug in this game. You're about to hear it. The music doesn't loop anymore. I updated to Windows 10, and apparently that broke the looping feature of the game, which kind of sucks. So I'm gonna have to find a Windows 10 friendly way to do that. But for now, music only plays once. So awkward. You could probably imagine anyone that's using Windows Forms right now, or anyone that's programming in Visual Basic, you're probably wondering, how the heck did you get all this to work without Windows Forms? Like, wasn't the console a text box, which is a Windows Form element? Like, it's built in, and when you get rid of Windows Forms, of course, you can't use it. Same thing with the things in the top left and top right. That used to be 2 updates ago, actually. That used to be labels that are a Windows Form element, but now they are just something I programmed myself. And the console, which is by far the most difficult update to do, other than the graphics... The graphics itself. Oh my god, I can't freaking speak. Boom. I open the console, and all you see is this little red dash. And if I start typing, blah, 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 that red thing signifies where you're typing. Yes, I made my own console. Yeah, that was not easy to do at all. I designed my own console application, basically like a really crude version of like Microsoft Word or Notepad. And I added a couple custom key combinations, like Control Delete just deletes everything, and Control A is not a thing. So if you want to copy something, if you were to type in hello world, I do Control C. I don't even have to use Control A to select everything, then Control C. So then if I do Control Delete, deletes everything. Actually, it's Control Backspace, not Control Delete. And then if I were to do Control V, and then there you go, it says hello world. And I can import text from elsewhere. So, for example, if I were to take a line of code from the game itself, I have the game closed right now. There we go. Copy pasted a line of code, and then I go hafinga. Well, I copied the piece of code. Now I pasted it in there. So that's something to do with how it displays NPCs on the screen. More specifically, it's like if they're facing up, then it will do that. And there you go. And of course, if you execute something that's not a command, it does nothing, like you would expect. So what else is something I did? Yeah, so I actually have control. It accesses the, whatchamacallit, the, notepad, not the notepad. Oh, okay, it's called the clipboard. I looked in the text because the command actually has the name of the thing in it. So yeah, the clipboard. You can use the clipboard to copy-paste stuff, which is awesome. I didn't even know you could do that. So, yeah, that's something that's pretty cool. Oh, and actually, another thing you can do is if I were to go after that, I can not only Control C, but I can go somewhere in the middle here, Control V, and as you can see, it copies and pastes in the middle of text, And I have a feature for holding down the directional keys, which was not easy to do, by the way. I had to hard code all this in. Nothing pre-built. Made my own little console there, and I'm very satisfied with it. The only thing I don't like, what is there not to like, really? I guess the fact that you can't copy like only a part of it or only select a part of it, that's kind of annoying. But overall, I think it's a very good console, and it's custom made for the game, so it's like I can change it to my liking, so that's pretty cool. Another thing I did is instead of using, I think I called it a message string in code, I kind of changed it around to use like this weird font system that XNA uses. It was very complicated. A lot of these updates were extremely complicated, but like little to no effect in the game, or at least like what it looks like, but it's extremely necessary nonetheless. And if you're noticing here, I'm kind of getting like, I don't know, my player's direction, or not direction, his like location is getting messed up the more I move. The reason for that is, well, the movement code was a little broken, so as you could probably tell, the more I move around, the more desynced I get with the terrain, so it's kind of weird. I don't know how else to explain it. But with that aside, there's actually something that's awesome with this game if I resync myself with the environment by going down. Yep, it's playing the music again. Hold on a second. Okay, music's gone. So as I was saying, I added a really awesome feature to the game that's going to be huge when I implement like 3D elements to this. So as you can see, actually, let's go into no clip so I could show you this properly. If I were to go in no clip, as you can see, I am above the NPC. So naturally, he is in front of me on the screen. So if I go in front of him, now I'm in front of him. So I just kind of walked through him, but this is perfect. This is a perfect demonstration right here. There's depth. The Z-axis is a thing. Like, literally, it's awesome. I don't really know how I did it. Well, I know how I did it, but I just can't believe I did it, really. It's amazing. Now there's actual depth in a 2D world. So, for example, I am now walking behind this fence. Now I'm walking in front of this fence. And it's a little messed up when I'm in the middle, but we'll get into that later. It's because I'm desyncing with the environment. That will be fixed in the next update for sure. So I'm pretty positive that the next update is going to be like the last main engine update that I demonstrate really on the channel. Everything else from there is going to be adding new features. Like, this is like core element stuff, like the Z-axis. You need that to make a game. Well, unless you for some reason make it so the hit detection, oh, if I turn it back on, by the way, slash no clip. What I'm gonna do is the hit detect, I think I just typed that in incorrectly. Oh, no, I did. I typed it correctly. So, as you can see right now, I can't even go near an NPC. Like, it literally just doesn't even let me touch him. If this is gonna be a 3-dimensional landscape in a 2-dimensional world, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna make the bottom of my character have hit detection like these 3 tiles here, but the top won't. So basically the way that would work is the same for NPCs. I'd walk behind one, and it looks something like, if I were to go back into no clip, turn off hit detection altogether just so I can demonstrate, it'd look like I was behind him. But if I were in front of him, like if I was a tile under him, his hit detection and mine would still not be colliding, and it's hard to explain, but I'd still be in front of him in game. So what I'm gonna do is the hit detection in the next update is only gonna be your feet, which makes sense, and not like the rest of your body. So it will make more sense as far as terrain goes, because of course you'd be able to walk in front of a wall like this, when in the game, if I turn hit detection back on, you'll only be able to touch the wall, and then that's really it. And, oh, no clip, you can't go through doors, by the way. That's kind of cool. So, as you can imagine, this update to XNA really changed this game a lot. And it broke a lot of previous things, including the inventory screen. But I fixed it for this new system. As you can see, there is now, instead of a red, like, empty box, it's a full red box behind the text here. And it makes sounds when you do that. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I had to completely remake the inventory system so it works with XNA, and basically it inspired me to just keep working on it. So what I did is also I broke the container system, so I fixed that too. Oh yeah, and there's more sounds. It's kind of awesome. It's so cool. Transferring items between one inventory and another. As you can see now, it's empty. And let's take all that crap. There you go. And of course, I can press space to take everything from a chest. But it doesn't make a sound as of now, which is quite disappointing. Because I love that sound in Fallout where it just, like, takes everything. Sounds like coins or something. But this is, of course, the Minecraft sound. This will change soon. And as you can see, I'm desyncing with the environment again, which is very annoying. Yeah. Another thing that happened when I updated to XNA, for some reason, loading saves broke completely. So I had to redo the saving and loading system. So that works now, which is good. Of course, I'm not going to demonstrate that because I like the save being the way it is. Oh, yeah. And, I think I already demonstrated how everything's alphabetically sorted and there's a stacking system and whatnot. I'm going to pick up every item I possibly can find in this little area here, so I can demonstrate the stacking a little bit better, so you can actually see full stacks and, like, not full stacks. It works very similar to Minecraft in that aspect. Yep. There we go. Hit detection's really off because I'm, like, desyncing with the environment. Might as well enter an area and then exit again, so that it fixes that. I think that's everything. Actually, oh yeah, I also redid, well, hold on, before I do that, let's resync with the environment. Okay, so, still messed up a little bit. See, door is locked. That text is bigger now, because, of course, had to remake it, because every single graphical aspect of the game had to be remade. So, how do you unlock a door like this? Well, what you gotta do is you gotta grab a key. So, I got a key. And then you go out here. And then you face towards the... Oh my goodness, I'm desynced really badly. I don't know what the heck's with that issue. And then you press enter when you select a key. And it made a different sound. It made the unlock sound as well as the door opening sound. So that's cool. Of course, there's nothing in here. But look at this inventory. Alphabetically sorted, which is nice. As you can see, you got 2 stacks of hitboxes, which is 64. And then you got 26 after that. And you got 479 coins. They stack to 512, by the way. Multiples of 2 for the win. And we have just 1 off from 2 stacks of bombs. And we got a bunch of lanterns that don't stack. And we got a key that does not stack. So let's give ourselves... Actually, there's a coin right here. Let's see how many are in there. Probably like around 10. No, a lot more than 10. Okay. Well, all I need now is a couple coins. And I can demonstrate the stacking for that. So let's go press X. And that brings us into the level editor again. So then we do /use item /give. Of course, the commands work exactly the same. Just the graphical aspect was changed for this. And to give what was I getting? Coins 3. The ID for coins is 3. I'm thinking in the future I give the name so that it makes more sense for users. Okay. A bing. So there you go. Now I got a stack and 202 coins, which is 512 and then 202. So that's 714. So, also, I broke the thing with my mouse controlling it because I didn't really get into mouse controls for inventories again because, of course, it was broken because of XNA update. Just imagine everything in this game broke, and I had to remake it, which is the reason why there's really not a lot of huge updates. I love the inventory sounds, though. And, yes, I can drop everything on the ground at once. A bean. And also, I had this other feature for safeguard reasons. You can't put down an item if there's not an available space in front of you. So you can't place items out of the map, which is something that I think I updated a while ago, but never showed off. So, yeah. Hey guys, I'm in a new area. And if you're wondering what this is and why I'm here, this is the result of my little test here. I was using the level editor to make something on camera, which you're about to see. But one thing before I actually get to that, you can get this game yourself right now in its pre-development state. All you have to do is go into the description or click the annotation right on the house, and you will be led to my patron page. Now, basically, the point of this is that all patrons are given access to my in-development games, including this one. So, yeah, go click that. Actually, the annotation's probably not going to be in the house because I'm moving around, so that's going to mess with it. So it's just somewhere in the middle of the screen. So, yeah, go do that if you want to get the download for the game. Then you could use the level editor like I am. And I'm also going to supply all the commands for the level editor and whatnot, and just have it all in a nice big reference for you guys so you can actually use it. Oh, one thing I neglected to do in the other videos was show, like, the general process for making a level. So I'm going to quickly make a level for us. So let's do this. Let's do slash create area, and we're gonna call it YouTube. Actually, let's not use capitals because they'll make it annoying to type in when I go into it via teleportation. And we had to type in the dimensions X and Y, so, or width and height, whatever. So let's make it 100 by 100. A beam. Much better. There we go. Performance is good. Ugh, I hate that white tile. Look at all that. It is infinite. Okay, no, it's not. All right, so let's go. Let's go back in the level editor. So let's do slash use fill. Yep. Can't really see what I'm typing because it's all freaking white. Let's do that. And wait, just make sure I have that selected. Use fill. Good. And then slash give. What should the ground be in this area? Let's do. What's 4? Oh, that's stairs. Let's not do that. Slash give 5. Okay, a being. So there you go. Now everything is that ugly wood texture. Actually, is there a grass texture? I didn't want to use that. So let's do slash use 2. That's not use to. Use fill give 2. There we go. Bing. Okay, now it's all grass. Cool. So let's say we want a little house in the middle of this grassy plain. So let's do slash use tile slash give. I think it's 3 is wood. Yeah, so we can just go like this. Let's make our little box here. Being. Whoop. Okay. You draw with the mouse. Do the best you can to make it look somewhat good. Okay, so then you got your house, and let's use the wall texture as well. So let's do slash give 8. That's okay. That's black, like nothingness. So let's just like put that off to the side here, just in case I want to use it later. Slash give. What else is there? 6, I think, is the wall. There you go. So we go like okay. This is a little hard to control. So this is like the wall texture. So this is kind of like a 3D aspect of things. Makes it kind of look like 3D. I'm still working on the 3D. Shading is definitely going to be a feature of the next update. To make everything look 3D. Because again, its visual aspects are very important for getting the 3D to work. Okay. So then you got some wall. So then in the back, if you middle click on a tile, you actually select it. So that's nice. And ding ding ding. Just fill all this in. So this is the basic way to make a building in this game. You have some sort of a wall texture, and then of course you have the roof on top. And if you use your imagination right now, you can kind of tell that the wall's here and the ceiling's here. It's kind of hard to imagine because, you know, I mean, there's no shading, so it's very difficult. So let's do slash use object, and then actually. That's weird. Slash give. I think it's 10 point. No, just 10. 10 is the fence texture. So if I go like this, then there you go. Then we do give 10.1. Is that? I'm gonna need that. Then do slash give 10.2, and that gives me that. Those are the little corners. You can barely see them if you're on mobile, but okay. Slash give 10.3. And that gives you this little thing here, which I would put down the side on both sides. And then you do slash give 10.4, and then that's this one. And kablamo, I made myself a fence on the roof of this house. And I did make a mistake down there. Actually, there's a couple things I got to do. So slash use erase. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then, of course, we do slash give. Oh, actually, we got to use the objects again. Use object. If you don't know what these commands do, then I'd highly recommend you go look at the previous update videos. I explained what they do when I implemented them. And there you go. So now, you've got a fenced-in roof there. So now all we need is some sort of like an entranceway, like a door. So let's do slash use tile again, and then do slash give 2. That's grass. Give 1 stone. So then we're going to have, like, some sort of, like, a thing here with a door. Yeah, like right there. The door would go there, and then that lead down inside the building. And let's see, what else can I do to make this look somewhat realistic? Let's see. It needs a door in the front, so let's do that. Remember this from before? We're going to need that now. So let's find the middle of this place. Bing, 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 bing. I'm just doing this to find the middle, guys, so don't freak out that much. Oh. God, it's an even thing there. Yeah, this is the center. That's not good. We want it to be an odd-shaped building. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to extend this by 1 tile, which is not big a deal because... Oops, okay, get out of there. That means I got to take this, move it like this, and take this and go like that. Okay, now the fences need to move, so let's do /use erase. Get rid of these. And yes, fences go between tiles, so that's a little weird, but you know. Okay, so then we're gonna have to use this and then do /use object. Okay, freaking out here. And then we do /give 10. I'm doing this in real time just to show you guys what it's like to make a level right now, which is actually quite complicated. But if you're the person that made the damn thing like me, then it shouldn't be that big an issue. Give 10.1, and then there you go. And then I middle click to select something from the other side, then go like that, select that, and a bing. Okay, so now, actually, now that I think about it, shouldn't this be on the, no, whatever. Okay, this is good. Now the building is in such an orientation that I could put a nice even door that's 3 wide because that's the width of the character in the middle. So let's use tile again. And delete all of these, and then go like this, and then go bing, bing, bing. How many are there? 5, so 4, 5. Perfect, that's the center right there. That's what we want. And then we could just switch this back to what it was now that we have the middle here. And then there you go. There's a nice little doorway there. Then what I could do is /give 9. No. /give, I'm going to have to guess here, 10. No. /give 7. There we go. Bing, bing, bing. And there you have it. That's a doorway that will lead in. And actually, I could just go like this to have even more depth. There you go. Now that looks like an entranceway there. And I could also do /give. I gotta guess at the ID here. 11? No. Okay, I'm kind of scared to guess IDs because it's gonna break something. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back in the game. And as you can see, I can go right through here. Because as of now, it's just tiles. So let's do /save game YouTube. Yes, you can do that. I saved a YouTube save. So if I were to load save YouTube, for example, it will bring me back here, which looks exactly the same because I just saved it. But the point is, I can load and save different worlds on the fly. So it's kind of awesome. So let's go back in the level editor, use tile. I typed that wrong, use tile. And we can get rid of this little blob here. And now what we're going to have to do is let's add some windows. So I got to experiment with the give command here. 13, no. Give 14. There we go, that's what I want. I want the glass texture. There we go. Of course, it's just black on the inside, but they are windows. Okay, those windows are not very well placed. Let's put them like that, maybe. Then we could go and make it the same width as the door. Maybe go like this and this. And then go like this. Yep. There you go, a nice little... No, that's not centered. There you go, that's good enough. Nice little windows there. There we go. I just gotta get rid of this little thing here. And there you go. Now the building has windows. So let's see. What else could we do to add some detail to this building? How about we add a nice little rim around the edge here to add to the 3D effect? There we go. That actually helps a lot with the... Oh, you know what would help even more with the 3D? If I were to take that and then just put this one back to the way it was. So that you have a defined line between the... Ooh, there you go. That actually makes it look a little bit better. A little bit more 3D. Cool. So with shading, this is definitely going to look more 3D. But for now, you know, I mean, you can imagine the bottom here being darker, maybe on the edges. And I'll be able to put that in custom as well. So now let's add some hit detection because you can walk right through for now. Let's actually make sure we're not in there, so that'd be kind of bad. Okay, so let's do /use object again. And then I get to do this. And these are invisible barriers. So basically, it doesn't let you pass. You shall not pass. But I don't need to put them here because fences already have like a hit detection thing going on. So then I can just do that. And there you go. Now they can't get in there. Actually, let's think about this for a second. If fences have hit detection, In reality, if this were real, I should be able to walk behind the building, but I guess that's gonna have to be worked on later. I might as well put him here. I don't know, just in case you glitch through the fence, which I don't even think is possible, but whatever. Okay, so there you go. Now I can't go in the building. And of course, just imagine for now that the hit detection was here, and if I were to do /no clip and then go like this is the way it should I just said wook. This is the way it should look when you walk in front of the building, which looks nice. It looks kind of realistic. Okay, so let's do /no clip again. And there you go. Now I can't go back in there. And I'm desynced. Oh boy. Wait, if I were to go into the level editor and back, I think that fixes it too. Yeah, that resyncs me with the environment. So now I just gotta have some way to get in there. And that presents another issue, doesn't it? Huh. I'm still desynced. That's very strange. Okay, we're gonna have to ignore that for now. But, yeah, that's a huge bug with this update, whatever. So now what we're going to do is we want to have an inside to the shack here. I'm trying to think of anything else we could possibly use for this, but as of now, I really can't think of anything. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since this is just an empty doorway with no door, we're going to have, a, first we got to make the area to go into when you walk through this door. So first off, let's quick save, which is F4, I think. Oh crap, that actually saved to, whoop. Hold on. That saved to the default save, so we're going to have to do that manually. So, /save, game save. Or, not save. YouTube. Control-C, and then enter. Just so I don't have to type it again later. There we go. Now we're saved, and we're resynced. Oh, now we're not. Whoa, what? Wait, where? What happened? Oh, I'm confused. I don't know how that's working. That bug is really making this annoying. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go /create area, and we're gonna call it house. And what should the dimensions be? How about 20 by 20? How about? There you go. This is what the inside of the house is gonna look like. So let's make the inside look a little bit nicer. So use fill. Give about 5. Have this nice little. No, let's have it be the same as the wall. So give 3. Well, it's not the same. Same as the roof. Okay, there you go. It's a nice little wood texture there. And then what we're going to do is give, I don't know, let's do 21. Whoops. Give 2, just so I can map out where the center of this. Okay, I'm still using fill. Whoops. Ah, crap. Wait. Give 3, a bing, and then /use tile, and then /give 2. There we go. Then we go bing, 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 bing. Bing. Uh-oh. Ah, this actually demonstrates a reasoning for that black tile, if you remember that from earlier. So what I'm going to do, this is the center right now, but I'm going to turn this into the center. And you're probably like, wait, how is that possible? How can you make this the center of the room? Well, I'm about to show you. So what I'm going to do, /give 8. Womp, 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 womp. I can change the dimensions of the map. Not really. It's an illusion, really, because there is a tile there. As you can see, if I were to walk into here, actually, I'm desynced again, aren't I? There you go. I can walk into the darkness, which doesn't make any sense, because you'd think, well, it's the darkness. You can't go in there. But this tile looks just like the darkness. So then you could kind of cheat the game a little bit and make it think that, or not make it think, make the player think that they're inside of a customly designed area here. So as you can see, the center is right there. So that's where our door is going to be to get us in here. So let's make a door. Ooh, as you can see, I just kind of broke the illusion there. A being. Okay. And as you can notice, or as you can see, you cannot put tiles out of the map. So you can only put it in areas that are like defined in the map region barrier thingy. Okay. That made no sense. So let's add some stuff into here. Let's have our, we should have a way to get up to the roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do /use tile. Already I'm using tiles. So /give, I think it's 4? Yes. 4 is the stair tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have stairs going from over here over to here. And since it's inside a house, it should only be the width of a character, so that'd be 3. And that's way too many stairs for inside of a building. So let's go like maybe that. And there you go. Now you got some stairs. And it's kind of hard to see them. So I'm thinking we have a floor with a little bit more contrast. How about, you know, acacia planks would be awesome here from Minecraft. But, whatever. Actually, these tiles, this wood texture here, I don't even remember what I was doing there. Okay, let's continue with these stairs. I don't know what the hell I was saying. Oh yeah, actually, this wood texture, that's what I was going to say. This is not the Minecraft wood texture. This is actually something I designed myself that looks very similar, but it is not. If you were to look very closely, it is not the same texture as wood. So anyway, I don't really know what else to add to this because, of course, there's not much furniture. It's like those would all be objects in the future. So for now, I guess let's slash use object. Another object I have are like stone walls. I just don't remember the ID. So let's do slash give 11. Nope. I could look in the file actually what the ID is. Let's see. Let's go into that thing, and then we go to files, game data, object types. Here we go. What's the ID for stone walls? Oh, they are 11. Okay, then why the heck is it not giving me anything? Slash use object. Why is it not typing anything? Oh god, it started typing in. Okay, good. Slash use object, then slash give 11. Nothing. Oh, why does nothing happen? Oh, apparently there's no 11.0. Okay, that's a little weird. I'm looking at the ID list right now. It's really weird. 11.1. There you go. That's a stone wall that faces up. So there you go. Stone wall. Done. So now we got our stone wall there. It's really not a great texture. It's not even 3D. It's just some weird 2D texture, which is stupid. But, you know, it gets the job done. So we can walk up here, and then boom, we'll end up outside soon enough. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have to make the doors. So as you can see, I'm kind of stuck in here right now, and just ignore the broken hit detection. Let's do slash. First off, let's save our game. So I'm being still copy pasted, which is good. So let's do slash TP, P, which stands for player, and then put my username, ThirtyVirus. And then we put the area name, which was YouTube, and then the coordinates, let's do 50, 50, which is right in the middle. There you go. Now we're outside. So we're going to take a mental note of this location right here. So that is 4368, as you can see by the top here. It changes according to your mouse location. Okay, so now that we took the mental note, let's go back into the area there, the house. So let's do slash TP P 30virus. Don't even, you know what, let's just be absolutely sure. 30virus. I don't know if caps are sensitive or not in this. The house. Let me do, we have to be something small. 5. There we go. Boom. Now we're in here again. So now let's take a mental note of this location here. So that would be 1019. So I'm going to put that down. 1019. Okay, so now we can start putting down our doors. So the way to do that, slash use door. And then I just go a bean. And you're probably wondering why I'm not getting rid of that grass. It's just, no one's going to see it anyway. So as you can see, we got a bunch of arguments here, and I just got to fill them in. So visible, let's set to true, because you want to see the door. And the destination is the name of the area that you're teleporting to. So that would be YouTube. Oops. YouTube. And then we go to Y, or X and Y. So these coordinates here are where it is right now, and this X and Y is where you're going. So, of course, we want to teleport to the first coordinate, which is 4368. And then the condition, which basically means, like, what state the door is in, like, locked or open, and in this case, open. And there you go. That's everything. So, create door, 0, up, down, which is, or, yeah. Let's explain the other parameters. 0 is the ID of the door, so this is a wooden door. And up, down is the ways you can get into it, so you can get into it from above and below, not from the sides. And it is open, it is located in 1019, it leads to 4368 on YouTube, which is the an area name, and it's visible. So boom, there it goes. And there is our door that leads out, but we have no door leading back in, so we're gonna have to make one of those now. So let's put you here in the same coordinate, bing, and then we change these. So let's make this door not visible, so false. Let's make the destination house, so that's the name of the area we're going to, and then make the X and Y be 10, 19, and then we go and set the condition to be open. So now, if we execute this command, a bing, and then it does not show up unless you're in the level editor. So now I can just go like a bing, a bing. So of course there's that new sound there, which is nice. So yeah, now I can go in and out of the house, which is awesome. And for some reason it draws you underneath the door frame. Well, you know, if that was a door frame, then that actually makes sense. But if that was a doormat, which is what I originally thought it would look like, then, well, fail. So, whatever. Now our door works, and I just thought about it now. I was going to put another one up there on the roof. Actually, it's a pretty convincing building. Gotta say, it does not look that bad. But anyway, what I was saying is, yeah. I'm not going to do another set of doors because that would take too long. So that's really it for this example, guys. So that's really, in a nutshell, how the level editor works. Actually, let's add one last thing just for some fun. And before we do it, just in case we crash the game by accident, let's save it. So I'm like paranoid with saving even in my own freaking game. Let's backspace that. There we go. Save game YouTube. I really like the control backspace. That's something I like instead of having to do control A backspace. So, I don't know, just convenient, I guess. Okay, so let's do /use NPC. As you can see, we have an NPC here. A bing, 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 bing. And let's put him up here. Yeah, let's put him on the roof. And we are going to fill this in. There's only 2 parameters as of now. There are a lot of other things that NPCs have, like different, like, you know, properties, but you can only change 2 of them when you make them. You can edit them using a different command, but let's not get into that. Okay, so the 2 commands, or the 2 parameters there, was the file name and name. So file name is basically the name of the file that it's taking the texture from. So in the NPC textures folder, it will look for that file. So there's a file named Bob that is red. So there you go. It's basically a sprite sheet, actually. So it's a bunch of images in one. And then we got to name our NPC. So let's call him... I don't know what to call you. I would name him... Now, you know, let's name him Bob, because that's the name of his file. So, bing. There, now there's an NPC up there called Bob. And he just walks around on the roof, and he has nowhere he can possibly go, and it's kind of funny. So, yeah, he's just wandering around on the roof right there. So, yeah, that's really it for the map editor as of now, guys. I hope you like it, because this is freaking awesome. And, just a side note, doing the hit detection for these fences was so damn annoying because technically that half of the fence that's on the right side is on the same block as my right side. Or same tile, not block. It's complicated, okay? So, that's the level editor. In a nutshell. Kind of. Now, let's go show some other things. Alright guys, that's it for this little update video. I know it was probably a long one because I included the little example of how to use a level editor, but that's it. There really weren't a lot of things added, just fixed. So I'm hoping to add a couple features in the next one. I'm hoping that it's ready for me to start making the main story after that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do basically. I'm going to just finish the engine, then I'm going to make some awesome story mode, and then it's going to be released on Steam and everyone's going to love it because I'm never going to release this game until it's absolutely perfect. So that's it. Actually... couple things before I leave. One note, if you want to know the overall goal for this game, basically what it is, I'm going to sell it as a sort of, I hate to say sell it, I'll provide it or distribute it as a sort of way to make your own games. The level editor is going to be a feature that the users can use. That's funny. Users using something. Okay. But, yeah, the way it's going to work is I'll provide a couple really good story modes, really in-depth with, like, NPCs talking to you, quests, all these things. But I'm only going to use the tools that I make available to you guys. So what that means is that anything I made, you can make in this game. So when I distribute this, there's gonna hopefully be a lot of people that take interest, and then they just make these amazing story modes, like beyond anything we've ever seen, like awesome story modes. Like, imagine Minecraft custom maps, except given way more opportunities because this engine is made for making games. If you wanted to make a Pokemon game, you can. But of course, that's considered a mod, and mods will not cost money, of course. They'll be uploaded on a website, and Nintendo, I'm not making a Pokemon game, okay? I'm using your sprite for now until I get some sort of an artist to do the art. I did the art for the tiles, though, some of them, except for the glass. That's from Optifine. But, yeah. So if you wanted to know the overall goal of this game, there you go. And if there's anything this needs, if that's missing, like, give me suggestions in the comments below. I really want this to be the best game it could be, and even though it's my first one, why not start off with something awesome? And now that it's an XNA, the game has evolved from some side project that I work on in school into like an actual legit game. It's very close to being something that could be enjoyed by millions. So, that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.